maybe recite essence of wisdom. Essence of wisdom. So believer or non-believer is the most important thing. Is the most important. It's ultimate wisdom. To actualize ultimate wisdom is the most important thing. To eliminate the root of samsara. To eliminate directly the root of samsara, root of all the sufferings. Not just cancer, not just diarrhea, not just not just diarrhea, not just headache. Entire suffering of rebirth, old age, sicknesses, and death. So that's if you don't want to die, then you have to actualize. If you don't want to be reborn, if you don't want to become old, sick, then you must actualize ultimate wisdom, realizing ultimate truth. They have to know what is the I. We've been believing I from beginningless rebirth, not only from this morning, not only from this body, not only from the time of conception. No, from the beginningless rebirth, they have been believing I, doing everything for the I, doing everything for the I, doing everything for I, to get a power, to get a happiness, or to get a power, or to get everything for the I. But we don't know what is I. That's strange. Strange, we don't know what is I. Very, very strange. I think it's so strange. We don't know I, what is I? But then we do everything for the I. Can you imagine? You spend $1 billion, $1 zillion, those who has dollars. You spend everything. And you same also who has $100, $1. I mean everything, you see. You are a slave for the I. Kind of that. But you don't know what is the I. You have no idea of the I. Very strange. Completely strange. If you have power in this world, you kill millions of people. If you have power, so somebody you don't like, and everybody you want everybody blonde hair, blue eyes, or something. You have particular interest. So if you have power, you kill all those people. Put in the fire. Children put the fire. In so many ways. You see, if you have power, you kill many millions of people. It happened historically in this world, time to time. It happened already. It's not new thing. Probably it's new. You don't believe. If somebody tells you, "Oh, this is going to happen, this is going to happen," you wouldn't believe. But this has already happened many times. Quite a few times. It historically happened. But this is somebody's power. You do that. But it's for the I. For the I, not for the world. Not for the world peace. No, for the I. You understand? But you don't know what is I. You don't know what is I. Very strange. So strange. And really strange. That's a very interesting subject. You do everything. We go to kindergarten, primary school, college, university, get the highest degree, then find a job, make money. But it's all for this I. To make happy for this I, to get known in the world. If you have to make known in the world, not only by old people, but even by young people, known in the world. So, so that as for this I, but you see, like me, there's no idea what the I is. All you're worried about is the I, but there's no what is I. All you're worried, now the economic, the world went down, after the Kazakh, two towers blown away by the Mr. Bin Laden, by the 12 blown, and anyway, so then people, this eye is going to suffer. Oh, this guy is going to get difficulties, whatever. But you don't know what is the I. You don't know where the I is. No idea. Very strange. So, whole life we're worried about the I. Can you imagine? Whole life for the I. Can you imagine? But inner science, if you look for, if you check where it is, you check. The minute you check, can't find. But you spend the whole life worried about that. You're going to get sick, this and that, I mean, I want to get comfort, happiness. So much so much so strongly grasping of that, then you dislike when there's discomfort, then so much. The more you attach in happiness for this I, then when the discomfort comes, when the I experiences discomfort, so much, all the anger comes and so much dislike. So life is up, down, like that. On the other one is attachment, other one is also anger or dislike, unhappy, life is down. So the other one is because so much attached to the happiness or the comfort. Then you want that to happen, then so much pain, discomfort, mind is so down. So both are suffering. No peace in the mind, no inner peace. No peace, no inner peace. No Dharma happiness, no peace. So when you by realizing this suffering nature, that's why temporary happiness. Why temporary? Because suffering nature. It cannot continue, cannot increase. But Dharma happiness can continue, can increase. So then, when you have there's no grasping in that, then when discomfort rises, it doesn't bother you much. So equalize those two things to your mind. So there's peace, you have inner peace. Dharma happens, inner peace. Then also so much grasping reputation, so much wanted reputation, so much. And then you say, when there's a bad reputation or no good reputation, bad reputation, and then our mind is, and then again fell down. So much suffering, no reputation, because so much attached to reputation, so much at grass mind, not peaceful mind, confused mind, the not peaceful mind. Not peaceful mind. Believing this is real pure happiness, while it's not, pure happiness. Well, not. So there's a strong, the reputation. See? So much longing for that. Then you have so much dislike, not having reputation, because of that. So if you don't have an expectation, no attachment, free, then free, not having reputation, free. You don't suffer. There's no strong dislike. So you're free. So you have inner happiness, Dharma happiness, freedom, Dharma happiness. That. Really, in the heart, whatever, there's no attachment, so equalize this your mind. So there's Dharma happiness, peace, really calm, peacefulness, joy. Then somebody was so attached to praise, somebody praising, so attached. Then because then that is touches you. Then also somebody criticizes. So much dislike, anger, dislike. So you suffer so much. Like I'm down, both are suffering. Believing this is real happiness, pure happiness, while it's not. So like that, like that. And then somebody so grasping, so grasping mind, because the material thing, like the birthday present, birthday present, or birthday present, or I only had one birthday since I was born this year. This year, somebody figured out my age, and they just made up my birthday. Some students make up my birthday. So this year people start to give presents. This year, like that, kind of funny. It's not, for me, it's not a happy thing, because for your birthday. It's strange. It comes a little bit strange. I mean, you are born every day, every hour. There's old previous. Your old one yesterday gone. Today, tomorrow will have to come. Then 1 hour, your old one because the previous hour is gone. Now next hour to come, the present hour. So every hour, every minute, every second, boom, boom. So, but I don't know. Yeah, there wasn't. It wasn't. It wasn't pleasant thing. It wasn't a happy thing to me. But I thought. Well, the only way is, in the world, people. There's numberless people who so many people, no food, no house, sick. So many people suffer. I mean, yeah. Example, not thinking as Buddhist. I mean, not thinking because building holy objects, statues, stupas, scriptures, or the offering sangha who are starting learning Buddhism, really preserving Buddhism, spreading Buddhism in the world, really all the happiness, that give chance to sentient beings, yourself sentient beings, to learn all the different levels, not only happiness to life, all the happiness of next lives, and then liberation from samsara, ultimate happiness. Then sangye, total elimination of the obscuration, completion of realization, enlightenment. So all the different, gives opportunity to know, to wake up sentient beings, yourself and sentient beings. But sentient beings wake up by sleeping in ignorance from beginningless birth. Now wake up, and then you educate and help to come to see all these levels of happiness. You can achieve it, yeah. If you call the correct path, I mean, essence, of course, develop compassion for all living beings, ultimate wisdom, Yes. So, I mean, there's so much, because correct scarce merits, more than scarce merits with bodhicitta, if you some know what you can do. And then even, non-believer, wow, so many sentiments, suffering, need. Can you imagine? So much need. Help. So to be useful, to help them. So good to help them. That's very good. That's very practical, very good. So there are so many sentiments, need, so much suffering to be able to help. That's no regret. So many sentiments, so much suffering, they got happiness. From that, reduce their suffering. It's incredible. It's good. It's fulfilling your mind, your life, your heart. Fulfilling. Not only satisfying, but fulfilling all the while. Yeah. But of course, people in the world. So there are some good heart, but most people, even they have a billion, zillionaire, trillionaire, billionaire, zillionaire, trillionaire, and what else? Trillionaire, I don't know, that, don't know how to use the material, don't know how to use material, don't know, you have, but you don't know how to use, how to make it beneficent. Wow, how to make it beneficial, no idea. No education. No education. Even though you study university, all these things, finish, but you have no education. How to make $1,000 beneficial? You have no idea. $100 you beneficial for sentient beings, no idea. So sad, terribly sad. So like that. So no matter how big, no matter here, so very sad. Doesn't have to. Then what you can do? You try to achieve happiness. What you can see in the world. Flying there, here. You try to buy, try to. Then more you have, less, more dissatisfaction. More you try to get, more you have more dissatisfaction. You try to build up dissatisfaction. Not build up satisfaction, but build up dissatisfaction. So life is very suffering. Very suffering, very sad. So many suicidal, that's why many suicidal doesn't know about life, doesn't know meaning of life. This basic thing is why so much suicidal is because it doesn't know meaning of life, suicidal. It doesn't know meaning of life. Heaven with Dharma, heaven with Dharma. Heaven Dharma, heaven with Dharma, with the Dharma, heaven with, and then doesn't know meaning of life. So much in the world, people say, kill yourself. Even you have everything, even you have billionaire, zillionaire, trillionaire, all that. Even you have everything, but so many people kill themselves. So just simply didn't make Dharma. Didn't know about life. Didn't know about life. It's a very simple thing. Didn't know about life. What is life for? Life is for. No idea at all. It's very sad. Even though you have finished university, even though you have finished university, so much, a certificate, degree, this and that, this education, that economics, this psychology, blah, 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 blah. What? But there's no meaning of life. So there's no meaning of life. So many people, even they have wealth that they can use for many lifetimes, 6 lifetimes, 10 lifetimes. They have enough wealth to use, reincarnate they use, the 10 lifetimes, 100 lifetimes. Yeah, maybe enough, but does not happen with Dharma. So they consider having Dharma, having ornamentation, or having Dharma, doesn't mean anything. So that's not meaning of life. But then some people, you see, have met Dharma, but didn't get to practice. Have met Dharma, but didn't get to practice. You don't practice. You should learn intellectually. Just like invading, not invading, feeding the computer like that, like tape recorder. So no practice, so no change of the mind. So then when problem comes, no Dharma. No Dharma, then when problem comes, then suicidal thought comes. Well, without taking much time, the problem is too much, kind of exaggerated by the real wrong concept on this, you see. Then suicidal thought comes, and then, of course, when your mind is like that, and then your good luck is down, and then, of course, there's external beings connected with that. The external beings who harm. But they harm you without cause, without reason, without cause. It's not that. They harm you, those spirit beings harm you because you harmed in the past. Because you harmed in the past. So because that you did a mistake, you did wrong in the past, harm to others. So then as a result, then they harm you. So even not only spirit, but that's everything. As I just mentioned here, was a very important, very important introduction. So, because this is the essence of Buddha Dharma, but is in essence of Buddha Dharma, yes. But this is, you see, for a non-believer, even is not called Buddha Dharma, but that's the real practice, method for happiness. If you want happiness, if you want happiness for yourself, if you want happiness for others, especially others. So, so if you harm others, that's the cause. Result, if you harm others, others suffer. That's one. Then you suffer. But also the result of that is others harm you. By harming others, the result, and then you experience the result as a receiving harm from others. So, you suffer on and on, then others suffer, others who are numberless. That. So, if you don't want to suffer now, you don't want to suffer in the future, you don't want to receive harm from others, then you should never give harm to others. Should never give harm to others, not only people, anything, even insect. Should never harm others. If you don't want to suffer, if you don't like suffering, shouldn't harm others. That's the very essence. Even you are a non-believer, do not believe in reincarnation, karma, even non-believer, yes, should that. That's the very essence of method, sensual method to achieve happiness for yourself. Even as non-believer. So by not by not harming and benefiting others. If you don't stop harm others, you can't benefit others. Cause happiness to others, you can't do that. Doesn't. So you cause happiness to others, then others happy, you are happy. When others become happy, you become happy. And also you receive from that, you receive benefit from others. You receive help, not harm, receive help from others, benefit from others. And your wishes get fulfilled. Your wishes don't want to suffer, don't want to experience suffering, want success and happiness. That's that. So your wishes get fulfilled by helping others. Now, so from that cause, others happy and you're happy. And the result, so others will help others, not harm, help you, cause happiness to you. So that is just thinking, that is just mainly thinking of your own happiness. But of course, when you not harm, benefit others were numberless human beings, numberless asura beings, worldly gods, numberless helpings, numberless hungry ghosts, numberless animals. So even the ant, we cannot. The numberless universe, scientifically mentioned, Buddha mentioned. Numberless universe, the numberless ants, numberless fish, all those universe. Can you imagine? So I just get idea, but they are numberless, each different type. It be animals, as we can see. Like that. So the not to harm, benefit others. So it's really. But before I was talking mainly your happiness, thinking of your happiness. Most correct one is to not harm. Even thinking your happiness, to not harm others and benefit others. Then your wishes get succeed. That's the best way. Do not rise problems. Otherwise, trying to achieve happiness for yourself by harming others more than problem rises. Problem rises difficult to achieve your happiness. Even the happiness this life, not talking about future and ultimately even day-to-day life happiness. So anyway, so I think even unbeliever, even doesn't believe reincarnation, karma, Dharma, or that should not harm others, benefit others. That's the most important practice. If you want happiness, if you don't want to suffer, if you want happiness, that's what you should do. So that's the most important. Then all your wishes can be fulfilled. So, liberty I can say, I don't think it's completely telling lie. It's out of my own experience. So then, benefit others. And it's not, I'm just talking blah 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 blah. But that's seems my own experience also seems like that. So so what was talking before? It's I've been meditating for many years, 30 years, or long lifetime, or so. But if you're not careful with others, to not harm, benefit others. If you're not doing that, meditation, just close eye and just like this. I've been meditating 30 years, whole life. That's what. If you're not careful, meditation can make your mind. If you are not careful, if you are not careful with the meditation, you can make your mind dull. Yes. Something happens. If you're not careful with your meditation, you can make your mind dull. You can destroy your mind. You can destroy your intelligence. Instead of sharp intelligence, dull. And then forgetfulness. And causes much forgetfulness. All those things can, many dangers can rise if you're not careful with meditation. But then your meditation is not the extra work, cause of samsara. Cause of samsara, continuously reincarnating in the 6 realms, hell, hunger, cause, animal, maybe sura, continuously reincarnating. Totally under the control of anger, under the control of delusion and karma, action. Karma, Sanskrit, totally under the control of delusion and its action, the Sanskrit karma. So totally no freedom, totally under the control of that. So they, you see, not only reincarnate, but suffer. Oceans of suffering, hell, oceans of suffering, human being, oceans of suffering, sura, asura, all the gods, oceans of suffering, animals. You experience, for example, for the human being, because those who are suffering rebirth, suffering death, suffering old age, sins, and then meeting the undesirable objects, suffering, separating from desirable objects, not finding desirable objects, and not only that, if you found how much you found, don't get satisfaction in the life. So, same as what rolling stone, rolling stone. Huh? What? What do you say? Rolling. Huh? Rolling stone. It says, I don't get satisfaction. How much? How much I use? No. So I don't. What is that? What is? Huh? What? Yeah, I can't. That's very right. This is the best song. That's strong, very intelligent mind. Believer and unbeliever both can understand. So short word, but it's that's the biggest problem of us in the world. The biggest problem for the billionaire, zillionaire, trillionaire, biggest problem. I forgot what I said. Oh, no. Oh, yeah, okay. And, and then five sufferings of the aggregates, explained by Lama Zopa Rinpoche. So they explain 6 sufferings with 8 sufferings. The literal human being. So anyway, those are suffering of pain. Suffering of pain, suffering of pain, first suffering. Even the animals can realize if you bring a stick like this, animal knows going to get beaten, so animal run away. Even animal knows, not only human being, even suffering of pain. Now the suffering of change, that is even the Hindu religion, not only Buddhist, even Hindu religion, they can realize because desire, all samsara divided in 3. Desirism, when desirism. So 5 senses, attached object, 5 sense object, attached. Desire. So desire, so devils, desirism, devils. Also animals, also. Yeah. So then formless, those are the worldly gods. Besides the desire devas, the formless realm devas. So they, by achieving samatha, karma abiding, the 9 stage, karma abiding, so by achieving that, and then you achieve the firm contemplation. There are 4 levels, and so you get born there through meditation. So we have done that numberless times from beginningless birth. We are born there, formless realm. Formless realm. Yeah, we're born there. Numberless time. Formless realm. We're born there numberless times. So even the form realm, got bored or see nature of suffering, then then look for the formless realm, so the equanimity. So there's infinite sky, limitless sky, limitless consciousness, limitless nothingness, then Chiba Samsara. So even in the Hindu, they can realize desire realm, not only that, even form realm, nature of suffering, and even formless realm, suffering. And only the last one, Chiba Samsara. There are 4, then Chiba Samsara. There is no higher, but the way they meditate on the look at the nature of suffering is different. then we see how the Buddha explained and how Buddhism introduced different. So they're able to see the nature of suffering, but able to renounce even the formless realm, worldly gods, and just the tip of samsara, because there's no higher realm to come back to realize how the tip of samsara is nature of suffering, and that next one higher, more peace. So there's no higher realm. So except that, otherwise they can see it all as nature of suffering. Even Hindu, this is so it's Benjamin Chiganton, his one has mentioned the Benjamin Chiganton. It's who fourth Benjamin Lama. There's a incarnation, Benjamin Lama. So in Tibet, Benjamin Lama is regarded as Amitabha Buddha, and his one is regarded as generally compassion Buddha, in Tibet. You know that. So Benjamin Chigantu composed the Lama Zopa Guru Puja, Mahamudra, and many Sudra and Tamil texts. Unbelievable. Who complete path to enlightenment. So he said, where we are thinking the shortcomings of such another samsara, mangyang, dungan, so many, but suffering of pain, even the animals. No, that even the animals. So his owner said, if you hold a stick, animal run away, dog run away, or you see, dog hungry, then look for food. So they know that. And for suffering of change, second suffering of samsara, or the temporary, the kasa. The pleasure by playing, listening music, or pleasure eating, sleeping, pleasure of sex, pleasure of, other things. Temporary, because all those happiness, nature, is suffering. We look at them as pure happiness, but it's not pure happiness. It's suffering, suffering of change. We hallucinated, looking at pure, not pure. It's a suffering nature, so it does not continue. The happiness, pleasure does not continue, and doesn't increase like Dharma happiness. Through meditation, you can continue the happiness, and you can increase, not like that. And you can complete only achieving enlightenment, but it doesn't that. So that. then, because when we are hungry, when we eat first spoon of food, then your suffering, hunger stops from great, but begins suffering or discomfort of stomach starts from small. So when you eat after you eat the first spoon of food, so the hunger stops from great, from that discomfort of stomach starts from small. So that change is called pleasure. Called pleasure, labeled pleasure by the mind. Labeled pleasure by the mind. Really believed, labeled pleasure by the mind. Labeled pleasure by the mind. And even to check more, furthermore checking, it is merely labeled by the mind, pleasure, merely labeled. Well, the change, suffering stopped from hunger, great discomfort of stomach start from very small after first eating food. So that your mind labeled as a reality, merely imputed pleasure. That's what it is. But you don't know. You're not aware. So, not aware. So what you're creating, you are creating your world. You are creating your suffering. You are not aware. So so then you see, we have total, today, total hallucination. Total hallucination. So, due to past ignorance, holding the phenomena as truly existent, as existing from its own side, as existing by nature, in common language, real. While not real, do not exist from the sight, do not exist, do not truly exist, do not exist by nature. They are not real, but so ignorance which belief, which come interest or in trust, ignorance which believe, which in trust. So the past ignorance left a negative imprint on the mind. Negative imprint on the mind. And then, so the mind merely imputed as a pleasure. Pleasure. The next second, so that change of feeling happened, then your mind merely imputed pleasure. Then the next second, you see, you don't see, next second, you don't see at all. This is merely imputed by your mind. Just before, second, you don't see that. Relating us, relating me. You don't see that. So you don't see that. You don't see that. Completely not aware at all. Not aware at all. Not aware at all. You see? What happens second? You create it. Even merely created, no. Merely labeled by your mind. No idea at all. That's very subtle. That's going to very subtle. Nowhere. So then what happened? Next, after your mind merely imputed, next second, then comes the previous ignorance, that negative imprint in the mind. So that projected your pleasure, you see, the pleasure, then, you see, so the what you labeled has to appear back to you, has to appear back to you. You see? But it should appear mid-level by your mind. That's what happened just a second before. But for us, it's not happening. For me, not happening. So, what happens? So that, seeing mere name, seeing merely imputed, seeing in mere name, merely imputed, generally, that's only the omniscient one, who has no the negative imprint left by the past ignorance. The subtle negative imprint, which projects dual view and dualistic mind. Which projects, dualistic, the ignorance holding truly existing from its own side, exist by nature, holding, and the concept. And then dual view, like that. The concept, it creates that wrong concept, ignorance, and objective ignorance, project. So, Buddha has no subtle obscuration, totally purified. So, doesn't have dualistic mind. The ignorance doesn't have. Also, neither has the dualistic view, truly existing from its own side, existing by nature. Doesn't have. Real doesn't have. So only see merely labeled by mind. So the Arya beings, exalted beings, Arya beings, who has a direct perception of emptiness, or a direct perception of emptiness. Who has bodhicitta, who has direct perception of emptiness. Bodhisattva Arya beings, when they are ego-post meditation, that time, then when they are ego-post, when their mind is in the ego-post meditation and emptiness only, no, that time then they do not have. So except that time, they do not have. That time do not have dualist view. Things appearing truly existent or existent from its side by nature, real, doesn't have. During that time. Then only when the consciousness rises from that, then the hallucination, instantly achieving enlightenment. Then there's dualist view, dualist view rises. So you see, yeah, ordinary then, us who are ordinary, like me, then you see, no idea at all, completely not mindful, do not understand, no idea at all. Just second before me level by mind, this pleasure. When it appears, it appears as real, truly existent, exists by itself, by nature, real, common sense. So when it appears back to you, what your mind merely imputed, but it appears back to you, it do not appear merely leveled by mind, your mind. Do not. Even that happened just second before, but you don't know. So the previous negative, previous ignorance, left negative imprint, previous ignorance, holding interesting things as illusory, as things as real, truly existent. So that projects right away the pleasure or the merely imputed by your mind. Next second, projects the hallucination. Then appear real. Project the hallucination, which is they will appear real. From existing from its own side. Project that. Project that. Totally mental hallucination. Sorry, I should make longer, but it didn't happen. After the stroke, my voice changed, became shorter. Even chanting can't make full length of time. Full length, can't chant. Like this. So then you see, then then not knowing, total hallucination projected, but no knowledge at all. No knowledge, no awareness, no knowledge, no awakening mind, no knowledge at all. So then the mind completely trusts the ignorance, then ignorance completely trust this real happiness. You see? Then after that attachment comes. After that, then it becomes object of attachment. Then after that, first object of ignorance, you see you create the ignorance in trusting that real. In trusting that real. You see, now next one, then on the basis of that, on the basis of believing this real happiness, real from its own side, then attachment comes. Nice. Attachment. Then on the basis of that, anger rises. Attachment, anger. Many delusion, many delusion rises on the basis of that. So that's why it is mentioned. That's why mentioned with the chapter. By eliminating, I don't remember the word. By eliminating ignorance, then you eliminate all the delusion. You understand? By eliminating the ignorance, the ignorance holding the holding the whatever pleasure or phenomena as truly existent. That. By cutting that, then all the delusions cut. That's why the meditation and emptiness it's like into my bomb. It's so powerful. It's antidote to all the delusions. Otherwise, you see, to antidote to anger, practice patience, attachment, by looking at it, suffering nature, ugly, suffering nature, then you stop attachment. That, like that. But emptiness covers everything, all delusion. By mentioning that, all delusion, it stops rising. So, I don't remember the verses. So anyway, then you see, attachment rises, then become, so when the ignorance rises, in trusting this real happiness, that time we're creating the root of samsara. We're creating the cause of samsara that time, when we create that ignorance. How we create something like this with the I, like the pleasure, totally wrong, interested by the ignorance. So same as the fourth I, totally interested by the I, by the ignorance. That's root of samsara. So the attachment to that pleasure causes samsara. So that's why when we take refuge, the Dharma, the Jatan Tawa, Namje Cho, Chola Jebsu. When you take refuge, it's mentioned particularly attachment, cessation of attachment. The sublime Dharma, the cessation of attachment. Why particularly attachment? Lord? Oh, that's very, what very, you know what? The root is ignorance, but attachment is sort of every day, all the time, the cause of samsara. So when you take which is the Chata Tawan Namje Cho, Chola Kapsa Cho, take which is Dharma, Sublime Dharma, cessation of attachment. Oh, like that. So, yeah. So, how we suffer in samsara, how we circle in samsara, how we suffer in samsara, like that. So like that, all the temporary samsara pleasures called suffering change. Oh, everything like that. With the suffering, previous suffering stopped from great, the next suffering begins from small. So we call pleasure that. Like that. So so there's nothing to. So when you know it's middle level, there's nothing to cling. There's nothing, no reason to cling, to grasp. So the Kazuni, so those two came from Chapa Dvijay Dunga, progressive compounding suffering. That's my own translation. Usually in English, the only translated only half or that's something not complete. Progressive suffering, just all that. Chapa Dvijay Dunga seems so important to translate complete, so gives the whole idea. I think when we learn Dharma from Tibetan language, those great pandits, it's not just scholar, it's just not intellectual, no. They're great holy beings. They're those who translated from Sanskrit into Pampali, those great scholars are holy beings. They're great bodhisattvas. Not just somebody in Finnish university in time. No. Not like present translators. I don't mean everybody is ordinary, I'm not saying that. But in those previous ones, wow. The title, few truly words, so rich with great holy beings. That's that. Wow. And so to translate complete is very, and then you can learn, then you can get a general idea, complete idea from that, even by knowing the title. Very, very, very important. So important to know the title, even to the words in Tibet. So that. So Chabat Dvijay Dunga. So the aggregates form, we have 5 now. aggregates of form, aggregates of feeling, aggregates of cognition, compound aggregates, 49 mental factors, 2 feeling cognition is there, so 49, rest 49 is a compound aggregates. Compound is its result, so its own result. Compound. Dicheji pumbo, pada chadamachi, dicheji pumbo, not chasache, no. Diche pada chadamachi, so it's sound same, but letter different. Dicheji pumbo, so compound I guess. Dicheji pumbo, namsheji pumbo, content, I guess consciousness. So at the moment we have 5. So they are totally under the control, of karma and delusion. So it is pervaded by suffering because of that. Pervaded by suffering. Pervaded by suffering. And so the whole samsara comes in 3: desire realm, form realm, formless realm. All are pervaded by, all are under the control of delusion and karma. All are under the control of that. So all are pervaded by suffering. Yeah. Also, the it is used. It is said by Benjamin Luther Chichens, Tian Tuche Duani. don't remember one word. Dungan to down doing these aggregates belong to the actualized suffering. Do we know is a container of which will actualize suffering later, future? Belong to the during actualized suffering is a container actualized suffering and which will actualize suffering. Belong to the during Neta, Deta, Sumata, if you meditate like disease, infection, pain, Deta, Sumata, Minda Gomna, Chinyola. So by thinking that focus Minda Gomna, then Chinyola. If you meditate, focus on this, then I think the attraction in the thinking real pleasure, I think true existence, true existence, real. So they're having this hallucination and the interest in that. So I think it goes away. Chinyola, I think. Thing like that. This is what I think. Having these aggregates, which is natural suffering, you see, under the control of delusion karma, natural suffering, these aggregates we have. So look at this as disease, like leprosy disease, you see, like leprosy disease. So when the infection in the liver disease, they have an infection. You put salty water on that infection, salty water, pain, brings pain. But you put cool water. You put cool water on that, brings pleasure. But without those two, then the indifferent feeling. But the indifferent feeling you have is under the control of the culture. Yeah, it's based on indifferent feeling, but it's because the leprosy base is a leprosy disease. Base is leprosy disease, infection. So even you don't put salty water, you don't put cool water, but indifferent feeling, but there's indifferent is the base of the leprosy disease. So with these aggregates, when there's no suffering of pain, suffering of change, indifferent feeling, but this is the aggregates, cause and totally under the control of a karma intuition. So indifferent came from that. So it's a natural suffering. So all the pleasure, suffering, indifference, all cover, all are under nature, all are in nature of suffering. All are in nature of suffering. So similar here these aggregates, pleasure, are the suffering, pain, indifference, all nature of suffering. All three are pervaded by suffering. All three are pervaded by suffering. Because the aggregates is completely covered by the delusion karma. So nature of suffering. That. This aggregates caused by karma and delusion, and this contains the seed. This contains the seed. This contains the future suffering and delusion. This contains the future suffering and delusion. So this compounding suffering. So pervasive compounding suffering. So, so I stop here. So we need to. So this is the main suffering that Buddhists have to meditate, realize that's the nature of suffering, and suffering that you want to free from is this one. If you become free from this, then you are free forever from suffering, pain, suffering, change. Otherwise not. So Buddhist main thing what suffering has to, what you look for to be free is this one. Well, then you achieve the nirvana, liberation, ultimate happiness, liberation from samsara. All done. If you are free from this, then you achieve ultimate happiness, liberation from samsara forever. Not just a few days, then few years, then you change again, not like that. So therefore, to practice Dharma, to achieve this nirvana, no matter how difficult it is so worthwhile to attempt. It's one time. I'm playing joke, but I'm half serious. Half joke, half serious. So that's okay. So now, not yet. I should end up the. Then told a little bit medicine Buddha before the preparation. Told a little bit about the medicine Buddha. So I just I'm not going to read, but that, there's so much. There's so much benefits. So there's a book. We did medicine Buddha retreat, L&B, and that time I explained the extensive benefits of medicine Buddha. So we had a book. There's a medicine Buddha. I don't know, healing. What is it called, healing? Ultimate healing. Oh. So please read. If you want, please read that will really, then you can see that medicine Buddha how so important, most important to practice. So just below that, people talking that. I said I began that unexpectedly. I began that concerning, yeah. So our life, generally, both the suffering life, with the attachment, the pleasure, all the material receiving. Then when there's not material receiving, dislike. So much dislike, depression, anyway, that, yeah. So both are suffering life. Both are suffering life. So you see that before the attachment, you see, what causes attachment is not if you, by knowing what that is merely able by the mind. When you know that, the attachment doesn't rise. It only makes it to not rise. It only makes to heal. Great peace. By knowing that, attachment doesn't rise. But without knowing that, as I described the cells, they are what your mind merely imputed by the mind, pleasure, like including body, so that we are attachment. So much. So believing real existing from its own side by existing by nature. Real body also similar like that, like the pleasure I described. Same. Then you see ignorance holding the body, real one existing from inside, interested in that. After the appearance, the interest completely on that. That creates something. On the basis of that, then attachment rises. That's it. On the basis of that, then the attachment rises. You see, not when you think, not when you are aware that is merely level about. For example, when you get angry to somebody, you see immediately you are able to think, the I or that the I here or that person is suddenly you think merely labeled by the mind. Do not exist from its own side. Merely labeled by the mind. That person who is existing, merely labeled by the mind. Or the I is merely labeled by the mind. So when you think the I is merely labeled, anger stops. Anger doesn't rise. You have to. Anger doesn't rise. Anger stops. Even there was anger before, but suddenly, mind is that I is merely labeled by mind. So when you touch that reality, anger disappears. There's no place for the anger. When you're aware, merely labeled, there's no space for attachment. There's no attachment. Attachment is gone. So when the attachment arises, is on the basis of hallucination. On the basis of hallucination, then the attachment. So I got it, lost it, so like that. So totally wrong. So the hallucination obscures the mind. Hallucination obscures the mind. Hallucination obscures the mind to see the reality of the object, of obscures the mind to see the reality of the object. Reality of the object. That is existing mere name. So it is empty of existence from inside to see that ultimate reality. Then also the attachment, attachment as permanent, all is impermanent, something which is impermanent, but hallucination, that is permanent, and believing that permanent, causes that. So, so what so essence so essence so even non-believer who don't believe in this karma, so what. Yeah, so very important to learn meditation, to learn Dharma. So practice Dharma, even you don't believe in English karma. For example, in America, nowadays, armies, after fighting in the Iraq and other places, those who are alive, even they are able to come back to America, but all those armies seems mentally, because they've seen the war, the bombs, so much violence. So when they come back, they couldn't figure out the life. They couldn't figure out their life. So they think the life is the meaning, no meaning, and I don't know what. So become kind of crazy, many. So now they introduce mindfulness meditation for the army in America by the government. Mindfulness meditation, because mindfulness involves, we have a mindfulness meditation before mental Mahamudra. So you don't think of past, you don't think future, only think now. So the basic thing, and so like that, then you gradually you meditate on emptiness. So the Sudra Mahamudra. So nowadays in the armies, when they arrived in America, so many there's a danger to become crazy. So they used mindfulness meditation. They introduced to the armies. So that I think maybe helping. So why I come to know this is because from there one army came. I think what we call it intelligent. I think he works something to high techniques in charge of them. The army, something technology or some high technology or something. I don't know exactly. So he saw in the computer, he checked, because of introduced that, so he checked in the computer, he saw Nepal. So he saw Himalaya mountain, the retreat place, Laudo. So he saw that, and that's automatic to come to Nepal. He was en route. For some time he was there, the route institute, and then he went to Laudo when I went to Laudo this time. So I called him in the cave and asked him a few questions, and so he explained me like that. So I gave him all the, that. I don't know how long he will live, but quite a number of years practice, he got it. So like that. So therefore, very, very, the most important to learn Dharma and to meditate, to practice, to learn. It's most important than anything else in life. Then you can benefit to yourself, you benefit to numberless things. So, so I think that's all. Okay, thank you very much. Yeah, break. Yeah, break. Short break. Huh? Yeah. Huh? Amen. Amen.